We're going to tackle all of the skills that turn your basic block into the true art of blocking. A quick note before we get going, guys, I'm still running the giveaway for that Human Nobility team. So if you haven't already had a chance to subscribe and comment on that video, then up here is the link to it. Don't forget to hit that, but wait until the end of the video and go back for that one. You don't want to miss out on what we're about to do. Now I'm going to do my best here to get all of these skills in under 10 minutes. So we've got a clock going, but I won't know if we have until the end, but fingers crossed. And let's go. Within Blood Bowl, there are 5 skill categories: General, Strength, Agility, Passing and Mutation. Now within each of these categories there are 12 individual skills, so there are 60 skills in total. Now 21 of these 60 skills, so a third, are all related to blocking alone. There's no better place to start our list than with the most popular skill in the game, so that is Block. Now up here I have done an entire video on the Block skill from the previous edition, but it still stands, nothing has changed there. And the reason this skill is so important is it allows a player with Block to ignore the both down result on the block dice. This means the player is safer to throw or to receive a block, as they have reduced the chances of either turning over throwing the block or being knocked down when receiving a block. Wrestle is a very similar skill to blocking. It affects the same dice roll, that both down result, but instead of ignoring the result, you can instead choose to wrestle both players involved in the block to the floor without anyone taking an injury. Wrestle works in a similar way to Block in that it affects the both down result on a dice, but instead of ignoring the result, it allows you to wrestle both players to the floor, placing both players prone, but no one takes an injury and there's no armor dice rolled. This also unusually doesn't cause a turnover when you put one of your own players on the floor, and it overrules Block, so a Wrestle player can use Wrestle to bring a Block player down. The key use for this Wrestle skill is to actually bring down a Block player, either a ball carrier or to other players with Block. This isn't the best skill to be giving your ball carriers, but it is the best skill to be giving your ball hawks. These are the players that go after the opposing ball carriers. The Wrestle giving you a far better chance of getting that player on the floor and making them drop the ball. Fend is the next skill on our list, and this affects the push part of a block. Players with Fend can choose whether or not they would like the player that's blocked them to have the choice to follow up. Now this is a hard counter to the Frenzy skill that we'll cover next, and is a useful skill for ball carriers and pieces that you don't want to take too many blocks. It's purely a defensive skill, has no offensive uses, and is quite a common skill. Frenzy is one of only 2 skills that allow you to throw more than